I'll tell you, a kitchen could be easily 60,000 bucks, and you could go to 100. I mean, it's a lot of it's you could spend 10,000 on appliances, you could spend 30. So a lot of it comes down to what you want to do. So I'd say if you're looking at, you know, cabinet wise for some,
minus the appliances, right?
Yeah. So I mean, cabinets for something this size, you're probably something nice, whether it's paint grade or stain grade. You know, some nice, not Home Depot stuff, but you know, you're probably $12,000 to $14,000 in cabinetry. Countertops, if you go granite, 5 to 7, depending with material.
Okay.
So that's at 20. You know, to do a remodel, you have to have your electrical upgraded in the kitchen. So a typical electrical, it needs a permit, and you got to have 7 brand new circuits. So dishwasher has to have its own circuit, your refrigerator, the garbage disposal, the microwave, obviously if you have, you know, 220 for your oven and stuff, and then we got to have lights, fluorescent. So probably electrical wise, you're around $7 grand by the time you do all of that. And that's why I say, I mean, if you look at price for a kitchen like this, 65 to 70 grand. I mean, really, when you start adding all the stuff up you have to do, that's what it ends up being. And I always tell people, I hate to tell you that, but in reality, it's what it always ends up being. You know, you can try to cut corners here and there, but the reality is your cabinets are, you know, 14 grand, and your granite, that's 20 right there. You're going to put your appliances, whatever you select, it's probably a minimum of 10. So we're at 30, 40 right there. You got electrical at 7. You got plumbing. You're going to have to run new. You know, I always say you may not need to put. It could be copper. It may not. But underneath the house, we want to run everything that's done in copper from the floor up, so that we never have to open anything up again. So if you're all galvanized underneath, we don't want to tear out your new cabinets or go do anything. You want it to be copper, it's set. So if you ever have to repipe, then they just tie into what's existing down the wall. So there's little things like that with plumbing.
Which could save costs or could add costs.
It'll add a little now, but it'll save you a lot of trouble in the future. So then it comes down to, if your sink stays in the same spot, there's really not a lot of plumbing we have to do. You know, we're going to move some electrical. If you're going to have a gas range,